Tell them run it off. I wake up. Yeah.
I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check, no drip, just wet. Tell them run it off, no sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell them run it off. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check, no drip, just wet. Tell them run it off, no sleep, no rest, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell them run it off. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice, send.
Greetings. It is Ebony Sports Reporters. We are on. I am in the headquarters of Our Black Media. That's where I'm at. Coach Rob DeLoach is driving from 2717, and Coach Julius Hall is in his lair here in the official office of Our Black Media. And now I'm going to say this to you all, to America, to everyone. Coach Otis Muhammad is not on. He's not joining us. And Coach Bernard Brown is down in South Florida. Lord knows what he's doing in South Florida, just to say he's in South Florida. And Coach Rob DeLoach and Coach Julius Hall wish that they both were down there in South Florida with him.
That's correct.
I'm going to say this right here.
I'm leaving in the morning.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord.
Skin the wind, baby. Skin the wind. Skin the wind.
So, again, this is Reporters. And I have to now speak on behalf of Coach Otis Muhammad that he told them on last week, soccer is not listed on the opening credits. It's not on there. And Coach Julius Hall said he was going to take care of it. I noticed it's not on there this week either. So, but we're going to move on. I guess he'll get it corrected next week.
We'll have it corrected pretty soon. They had school started this week, and my intern is the one who do it. So we'll get it done next week.
You see how he shifted on to someone else. But now we come down to this Brittany Griner. We've always started out with Brittany Griner. Brittany Griner has now been sentenced to 9 years. 9 years. What's your thoughts on that?
Who you want?
Either one of you. Now I'm just let this be an open one right here. Because I know there's some perspective. Because I guess I need to say this right here. Oftentimes people won't say that politics is not tied to sports. But I'm going to tell folks, politics is tied to sports. Politics, all of it's tied to sports. So, and this is a case right here. So, Coach Julius Hall, we go to you. What's your thoughts on 9 years of Brittany Griner? She's been sentenced today.
I think that she's just a bargaining chip. She's a bargaining chip for the Russians to get what they want. They're probably going to end up making that swap, but they had to sentence her. Everybody didn't understand what the deal was. They had to sentence her so she could be a convicted criminal over in Russia. Then they can make the swap. So I think things will move ahead in the next couple of weeks.
To all of you looking at the show, we say share. What the deal is this? That my nickname at the Our Black Media Network is El Stupido. And Coach Julius Hall lied to me. He lied to me and said Coach Bernard Brown would not make it. He will not be on. I thought that I had some jubilation in my heart when I heard that. And then he just pops up just like that. We got Coach Rob Jiggy. He going to get jiggy in South Florida. Coach Bernard Brown. Hey, Coach Bernard Brown. Oh, my God. So, Coach Rob Jiggy, what's your thoughts about Brittany Griner? We're going to come on to you, Coach Bernard Brown, since you just popped on. Okay. Coach Rob Jiggy, what's your thought, Brittany Griner, 9 years sentence?
Well, unfortunately, in America, that crime doesn't fit the time. But in these foreign countries, you have to understand the rules of the game. Not only with drugs, robbery, rape, all of the things you have to do your homework on. Unfortunately, like Coach Julius say, they're going to make an example out of her just because they can. Now the question is, if she wasn't a ball player, what do we even know about? Would this even be a conversation? And on top of that, she's a WNBA player that's a lesbian. Would we even be talking and having this conversation? Because she is not the first American that's been detained in Russia. You know, so unfortunately, because she is a WNBA basketball player that's 6'8" or whatever, and you know she's a lesbian, that is front and center. And unfortunately, Brittany's probably gonna have to sit more than 2 weeks, because my understanding in the reading is that what they offered is not enough. So they're gonna just keep playing the game and just drag Brittany as a pawn in the game. So I don't know how this is going to turn out for Brittany and her family. I think that the Russians are going to play it out as long as they can. At some point, you know, they're going to have their way, and I don't think it's going to work out in her favor anytime soon.
All right. We're not going. Hey, Coach Bernard Brown. We're glad to see you, Coach Bernard Brown. You're down in Florida. We were told you would not be able to make because you got your games going on. So we are so happy to see you, Coach Bernard Brown. So that's why I want to let you go. We are so happy. We are honored to have you on Ebony Sports Reporters tonight, Coach Bernard Brown, though we thought you would not be on the show. Coach Bernard Brown, what's your thoughts regarding Brittany Griner and the 9-year sentence? But hey, Coach Bernard Brown.
Hey, first thing I want to say, don't sweep me up, Jamal. Don't even sweep me up, man. Hey, I just want to pop in and pop out, you know. And I'm gonna say this here. You know what? Like I always say, and I say it in the beginning, if Brittany was Becky, Brittany was. I don't care if she's a lesbian. I don't care if she you know played WNBA. I don't care none about all that there. There's been plenty of people that went there, Russia, and the United States made deals to get them. Okay, at the end of the day, if Brittany was Becky, then Brittany would be home right now with her family. Okay, I'm telling. I got a lot of stuff balled up in me, and I ain't gonna act a fool tonight. Thank God I wasn't on the show last night. But man, I'm telling you, enough is enough, man. The way these people treating us, man. When we gonna stop? When we gonna allow this? When we gonna stop this? When we gonna stop people doing anything they want to do with us? Okay, I don't. Enough is enough. At the end of the day, they need to bring that girl home. I ain't got time to you want to swap. And the only reason why they even was talking about swapping because they got that white man in a package deal with Brittany. It would have never happened if Brittany was Becky White. If Brittany was Becky White, this would have never. It wouldn't even went this far.
Well, the thing about it, Bernard, we wouldn't even know.
You're right. We wouldn't even know. You're right, Coach. We wouldn't even know. You know, I'm telling you, man.
Bernard, don't get upset because I'll be in South Florida tomorrow at the Am Better Classic. I'm gonna be down there till Monday.
Oh.
So
Okay.
we gonna hook up. You know, so don't. Yeah, I got you. Listen, we gonna skin the win. I didn't win the lotto ticket, but I'm gonna win in South Beach.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, man. I don't even want to come back home. Only reason I'm coming back because I got my daughter there. If it wasn't for my daughter, man, I'll be right down here. Coach, I done used about 10 of my cards.
Wow.
Hey, y'all, I used 10 and 2 say decline.
You hadn't even made it to the weekend yet.
I know it. Hey.
And now y'all got Coach Julius Hall. He trying to find flights down there right now. He was down there. He trying to find flights.
I'm trying to find flights.
I'm telling you, man. But that's my opinion.
I'm gonna be at the convention center at the Am Better.
Hey,
class.
Call me, Coach. I'm at the Miami Convention Center. Yeah. Hit me up, Coach.
We at the same spot. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, I got you.
God is not pleased with y'all. I'm just saying, God is not pleased with either one of you right now. I'm just letting y'all know that God is not pleased. And so We'll move on. This Coach Bernard Brown, one of the great icons, passed away. And we got to pay homage to him, 11-time champion, two-time NCAA champion. Bill Russell, what's your thoughts regarding Bill Russell, Coach Bernard Brown?
You know what? I'm gonna say rest in peace. I was talking one of the young mans when we were setting up our basketball, and he came over there. He said, asked me, he said, who's the greatest basketball player ever? He asked me this, who's the greatest basketball player ever? The greatest. I said, you know what? I said, if we going by a certain situation, I say the greatest basketball player ever is Bill Russell because he got 16 rings. You know what I'm saying? 16, if you're going that way. And he was saying the tips and I'm like, one thing I love about Bill Russell, man, is that laugh. He had a laugh, heart and gold, man. We gonna miss him. Not only he was just a basketball player, he was a civil rights leader. It was him, Muhammad Ali, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Jim Brown. Yep. There was pioneers along with Martin Luther King and the rest of them. So he, he was a great guy, and to be honest, I was shocked because we just seen him a couple months ago at the All-Star game, and it looked fine to me, So I send my condolences to him and his family, and like Magic said, they need to retire number 9 for the rest of. Can we wait
to get to that? Can we?
I'm sorry, because I'm sorry.
I know. You was on the roll. You like the minister. You like the preacher. You was on the roll. So
that started at 10 and 5.
So, Coach Julius Hall, your thoughts on Bill Russell?
Well, most times you're measured by how many of a number you have, whether you're the greatest of all time. They say Tom Brady's the greatest of all times because he got 6 rings. They say in football, they say Barry Bonds the greatest of all times because he got more home runs than anybody. So Bill got 11 NBA championships. So he got to be the greatest of all times and surpass Michael. We grew up with Michael. Bill was at his older age when we were coming up. And but we grew up with Michael, so that's what we saw. That the kids now is growing up with LeBron, so they're going to say LeBron is the greatest. Yeah. But anyway, he rest in peace, Bill. Great athlete, changed the game.
Yeah.
Coach Rob DeLoach, Bill Russell, what's your thoughts?
Well, on top of being a basketball player, hell, he's the first NBA black coach.
Yeah.
Outside of winning 11 championships, but Bill Russell, for all the stuff that he endured in the city of Boston, was still able to still dominate the game of basketball despite all of the racism, all of the hate that him and his family went through. I mean, that takes a lot of courage in being a man, So kudos to him and things that he stood for. And because of Bill Russell, there are Doc Rivers. There are other black NBA coaches. So what Bill changed was beyond basketball. It's almost like a lifestyle now. We expect to have black coaches, so they need to build a statue in every major city that has basketball of Bill Russell and retired to number 9 out the NBA.
Yeah.
And in fact, he is classified as being the first black coach of a major sports team, all NFL, MLB, NHL, all that again, Bill Russell. So now this is a topic coming out of that, and again, we're going to get into the one with regards to what Magic said. Why are athletes today afraid to be political? And now we know that there are some, we've seen WNBA, but why are athletes today afraid to be political? Because y'all want to call it out. Kareem, Jim Brown, Muhammad Ali, Bill Russell, that again, and they galvanized some other black folks to stand up. So what's your thoughts with regards to that, Coach Julius Hall?
Wait a minute. Say that again?
Why are athletes afraid to stand up and speak out, to be political, to stand up and have the same spirit as Bill Russell, Same spirit as Muhammad Ali, same spirit as and I'm just saying that we do see the Colin Kaepernicks, but then with regards to seeing them galvanize black, because Coach Bernard Brown talks about this often, why black people don't come together, that you go and see people standing up. You saw all of them at the table. Kareem, you saw Bill, you saw Jim, you saw Muhammad Ali, you saw all of them right there. Why are athletes afraid? Because I'm saying I know there are those out there who are involved, you know, but just throwing it out there.
It goes back to what I usually say on our shows,
Yes, sir.
other shows, is that we don't know the power of our unity. We don't know
Yes,
the
sir.
power. Some people think that
All
they're
right.
going
So
to
when
get
you gonna
their money taken away from them
All
if they speak out. LeBron isn't scared because LeBron knows that's his money in the bank. He ain't got to worry about nobody taking. He's a billionaire now.
Mm-hmm.
But these other cats that's making $100 million over the course of that time, they're scared to lose that money. And I don't know. We've been conditioned over so long, Jamal, to understand. I mean, they condition us to be separate, to just care about yourself instead of caring about the community. And some of these guys, they go back and they give out some turkeys on Thanksgiving. They give out some bikes, but how about nurturing and pouring into these young kids and paying for their college education? Opening a school like LeBron did. Michael Jordan is the biggest flop. I like Michael Jordan. I think he's one of the greatest of all time, but I do not like Michael Jordan as far as charity. He only gives a pair of tennis shoes away every now and then. Shaq give way more than Michael Jordan. So that's part of the reason. That's a whole program. We need to talk on that.
Hey,
I would agree.
Coach Bernard Brown, what's your thoughts on this?
I'm gonna piggyback on what Jules said, and he absolutely right. I think these days, back in the day with Kareem and all of them, it wasn't no endorsement, it wasn't no money the way it is now. It wasn't no, it's basically just for surviving to make it a better place for us to be right here on this program and talk about it. Now these days, these guys worrying about their money, their endorsement. Millions of endorsement. Jordan got all this money in endorsement, not playing basketball. So they're looking at their money first, but I think is wrong. I think, like I texted you earlier, man. It's like, when we gonna stop, worrying about, the money and take care of our people. You know what I'm saying? And I've been the whole summer, every place I went to, man. I think I done went at least about 5 or 6 places with the basketball. In every city, I see black homeless. I see one this morning. I seen a black guy eating out the trash can. I see this lady, man. She was in the park. She wasn't laying on the grass to sleep. She was laying on concrete, sleeping. I mean, we got to stop taking care of our people, man. It's just getting terrible. Y'all, they need to stop. Our black people need to stop being so selfish. They rather look good, drive good, smell good, than to go ahead and put their mouth where it need to be and help our people.
All right. Coach Rob DeLoach, what's your thoughts on this with regards to athletes, some not being as active and vocal as they can be today? Like when we look at the people like the Russells, the Alis, the Browns, the Abdul-Jabbars.
Because most of these young athletes don't know how they got there. They don't understand who created free agency.
Mm-hmm.
And, they open up these doors for them. They don't study the history of how they got there. So it's their ignorance that they think they actually made it by themselves. And they're very selfish. And they only worry about me and I. And they don't look at the whole as a collective. And it's sad that with all of these millionaire basketball players, as they travel around the country, they don't even own a facility where they can come in and work out on their game. They got to go pay somebody else to use their facility.
Yeah.
You would think in every major city that has an NBA team, there would be a gym where collectively they can go around the country, put on youth camps, and go out and play, and it's their own, and it's sad. And, the guy, JR talked about how much money we talked about this, where they throw $30,000-$40,000 in a club in LA, but then they got to go to somebody else's facility to play basketball. I mean, what sense does that make?
Yeah.
But we got to change the narrative. We got to have some self-pride in who we are. We can't afraid to be that we are black and we are proud, and that's a lost art of black and I'm proud.
Yeah.
I'm black, but I'm only black, and that's it. Now you got to step out on faith, man. Be a leader, can't be afraid, and kind of go from there. But I think LeBron, Jalen Rose does because he's not playing the game. He opened up a school in Detroit.
Yep.
Jalen Rose did.
Yes.
Puff Daddy did it. So there are guys that are doing it, but you would think that it would be more because these guys got to think they got children.
Yeah.
They got nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't affect them then, the next generation will be affected by it. So we still got work to do.
Yeah. You're right.
And with these athletes, one of the things that you do have them, but you ain't got a lot of Coach Bernard Brown, Coach Julia Hall, Coach Rob DeLoach, Coach Otis Muhammad in their lives who are guiding them, nurturing, not just with regard to their athletic and their physical abilities, but also their commitment to their communities. And so I think that comes into play with regard to some, because they get detached. And so these other people control them. So now we move on to this right here. So Major League Baseball, they have retired the number for Jackie Robinson. So Magic has gone and said something that the NBA should retire the number for the jersey number for Bill Russell. So Coach Rob DeLoach, we'll start with you. What's your thoughts on that?
It's a no-brainer. For all of the things that Bill Russell has done for the NBA, not only as a ball player, but as a human being, matter of fact, they need to name the damn trophy after Bill Russell because he's the winningest guy in NBA history. So don't start with the jersey. They need to name the trophy after him.
That's right.
Yeah. I think they get
and the All-Star game.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many things that we can say, but retiring his jersey would be huge that no one would ever wear the number 9 in the NBA anymore.
Yeah.
All right. We appreciate you, Grover, Brother Grover, and also Ellis, appreciate you also with regards to the words. So, Coach Bernard Brown, what's your thoughts with regards to that? Then should the NBA follow the same trend as Major League Baseball and go and retire a jersey of a great person within their sport?
No, I was like, okay, they have the All-Star Trophy is named after Bill Russell. The All-Star Trophy is named after Bill Russell. But my thing is this. You got Bill Russell, you got Magic, you got Michael, you got Kobe, you got all these players that did great things for the NBA to make the NBA money. Why they got Jerry West, the white guy, logo on the shirt? Why he the logo? He should come out the logo this year. Either put Bill Russell on the logo or put Kobe Bryant on the logo, period. But Jerry West got to go. I'm telling you, hey, it's just my opinion. My opinion on Ebony Sports is my opinion. They're gonna have not affiliated with Ebony Sports Report like Jamal was about to say. I'm gonna say it before he say it. It's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Why they got him on the logo?
Thank you, Coach Bernard Brown, for saying that. Thank you for that. Yeah, touche, my brother, touche. I'm not scared to go to this one right here. Coach Julius Hall, what's your thought after hearing what Coach Bernard Brown said? I'm not frightened.
No, I ain't got nothing really. Think about it. He's the greatest of all times. Nobody else will win 11 championships in the NBA. It's not going to happen.
Not in
There's
this
no
modern day.
dominant player like that. What you say, Rob?
Yeah, that won't happen. These guys ain't dedicated like that.
Right. Nobody else will win 11. So what they need to do is retire the jersey. They should have retired it before he died.
Yeah.
Because we know that's a number that's unattainable. You're not going to get 11 NBA championships ever again. Nobody, not one person.
Not even
So,
collectively.
yeah, really. so, they should retire immediately. It shouldn't even be a thought like Coach Rob said. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah. And you know what? Let me throw this out here too, y'all. Bill Russell was the first black coach, the first player coach, and the first black to win a championship. So he got 3 things. He was the first everything. Come on. Take
Right.
Jerry West off the logo and put Bill Russell on there tonight.
Go ahead and say it, Coach Bernard Brown.
Well, I didn't hear you.
Go ahead and say it.
Oh, yeah. Take Bill Russell.
No. The opinion of Coach Bernard Brown is totally his opinion.
I done said it. How you want me to say it again now?
I'm just saying, because you went to another one. We went to another one. And so there's another time we were going to go to, but we're just going to get into this right now. We're going to get into it because I think this is the time to get into it. So Deshaun Watson, 6 games. But now the NFL said they're going to appeal it. Coach Julius Hall, what's your thoughts on the whole gamut of this right here? Again, the 6 games, and now the appeal that's about to come on. And then also, we know there's going to be some other matters from the NFLPA. They're going to jump into it. What's your thoughts, Coach Julius Hall?
I was waiting on this one. This is my favorite one for the night. We're going to call his new nickname is Towerhead.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
He had these little towels that he was putting around his waist. So he, when they give him a big towel, he was trying to show his package all the time to the girls. But his new nickname is Towerhead. But I think his suspension really didn't have a whole lot to do with football, and they should have just gained 2 games. I don't know what the hell the NFL thinking about. They really want us to boycott them or something. Because this boy should not be suspended because he's not charged criminally. And most of these women only jumped on so they could get a payday.
Yeah.
So I think he should have a 2-game suspension. 1 for being stupid. The other one for being a super freak.
Oh, Lord. Lord.
Well, I should be arrested then. For that last one.
How many games did they suspend Robert Kraft?
None.
Yep.
And he was charged criminally.
And the Houston Texans organization was involved in some of this of hooking Deshaun Watson up with some of these ballers.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to go back. I just have to share this. Anyone checking out the show from North Georgia, the opinion of Coach Julius Hall is solely his opinion. North Georgia, we love you. Ebony Sports Reporters, we love you, North Georgia. But that's solely the opinion of Coach Julius Hall. So we're going, Coach Rob DeLoach, what's your thoughts with regards to this? NFL, they're going to jump in. They're not going to say, bam. They're going to be the appellate court for this situation with regards to Deshaun Watson. So what's your thoughts and with regards to what has transpired?
See, the problem is the NFL don't know what the hell they're doing. They hired this independent judge, retired judge, to settle the case for them. They did not like her outcome. So now Roger Goodell wants to get the fly swatter back and try to set a precedent because you got to think, the young wide receiver really got suspended for 2 years for weed.
Yeah.
So they're saying we're getting more time for marijuana than this guy got for getting.
Yeah.
And I think he probably had a spot. And what he was basically alluding to with regards to go ahead, Coach, you're back. Coach Rob DeLoach, you back.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm driving down this road. Yeah, so I don't know how it's going to turn out. I think Deshaun Watson needs to get some type of counseling, just to be honest with you. He's a young millionaire That I mean, hell, I wish it would be me.
Well, we know one thing. If Bernard was in the NFL, it would be Bernard.
And NFL stands for not for long.
Hey.
And so, Coach Bernard Brown, we come to you with regards to this Deshaun Watson NFL now about to appeal it, and NFLPA going to jump in with regards to filing an action in court. And with all this, and with regards to it was the towel escapade that kind of damaged him in the minds of Judge Sue Robinson.
First thing I want to say this: the opinion of Bernard Brown on the Ebony Sports Reporter is Bernard Brown opinion, not affiliated with Ebony Sports Reporter. I just want to say that first, Jamal.
So we can only imagine what's about to come out your mouth right now.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Hey, I want to say this. To be honest, based on a true story, Roger Goodell is one of the most racist people it is. He treat the NFL black players like they slaves. At the end of the day, he need to go. I'm telling you right now, he the worst commissioner in any sports is. And far as is like Coach said, maybe he need to get some counseling or whatever. At the end of the day, he ain't got charged. He ain't got charged for anything. So why you suspend? Okay, 2 games, like Jules said, maybe 2 games, but he haven't got charged for anything. At the end of the day, you know. So why you you don't like the ruling? That's just like this here. It's like they don't. If I say something and they don't like, okay, they're gonna kick me off. But if Mr. Jim Bowe say something, okay, they gonna let it go. I'm talking about, Facebook or whatever. They're gonna let it go. Okay, somebody who's about to commit a crime and about to blow up the school, and y'all know it. But I say something, y'all go put me in the jail for a week. But they got this fool out here done kill these kids. But that's another story. I know I'm going off subject, but I'm just saying the NFL need to get rid of Roger Goodell and get them a true black commissioner. Because basically all the black folks making the NFL money, all the black folks in the NBA is making all the NBA money. Baseball is one probably half and half. That's why I say Jules and Coach and Jesus, we need to stop letting people do us all kind of way, man. I'm serious. If they suspend that boy the whole year, I'm boycotting the NFL. I would never watch them again. And you heard that on evidence, but I would never watch the NFL ever again.
And that's why we have Ebony Sports Reports, because I know that is something that should be out there. Folks looking at boycotting the NFL if certain things occur. And so we're going to move on to this also. Another NFL situation, again, involving, just like when y'all brought about Robert Kraft, you bring up with regards to look at what happened with regards to the Houston Texans, that again, you see ownership being complicit in some things, playing a role in some of the managers playing a role in some of this right here, but you don't see them getting any type of punishment. But now we move on to someone else that's an owner that did get some punishment, a team that did get some punishment. I should say 2 owners, in fact. You have, again, Stephen Ross with regards to the Miami Dolphins for tampering with regards to Tom Brady and also Sean Payton. What's your thoughts on that? Because it was, it was more tied to that, not just the tampering, but it was some other things going on too with Brian Flores. So what's your thoughts with regards to that, Coach Bernard Brown? Oh my God, you in South Florida right now? Oh my God, oh Jesus, why did I do that? Why did I know why? Oh my God.
He hanging with Stephen Ross.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh,
I'm going to meet up with him at 10 o'clock.
Oh my God.
I'm going to meet up with him at 10 o'clock. Let me tell you the only reason why they do an investigation, because for a fact, when the coach said, he wanted him to lose games, that right there was a scrap right there that the NFL said, come on now. And to find out everything that coach said was the truth. So now you got this coming up. And it's like, you know what? Even though they want to let him go, but they can't. It's too much Miami Dolphins situation. And you know who backing it? I guarantee y'all, and you hear it on every sports, I guarantee you Dan Marino got something to do with this for them to want to sell the Miami Dolphin ownership to somebody else because they making him, Don Shula, and all of them look bad.
Okay. Conspiracy theory, you just heard on Ebony Sports Report coming from Coach Bernard Brown. So we go on to Coach Rob DeLoach. What's your thoughts with regards to this? Because again, allegations made by Brian Flores, not really pushed, not really reprimanded for that. But you get him for tampering. And both of them had the same agent, Peyton and also Brady. What's your thoughts, Coach Rob DeLoach?
Well, we know how that was going to turn out.
Yeah,
it was a no-brainer. Brian Flores was offered $100,000 to tank, and they just kind of pushed that off the side like it didn't happen. We know the truth, and if they would have exposed Ross, I mean, he would have had to sell the team, and it would probably open up more can of worms for other owners that's probably doing the same thing. You know, Brian Flores just had the balls to step up. You know, he didn't have anything to lose other than the job, and now he's back with Tomlin. Tomlin's glad that he got him, you know, because he's a brilliant guy. But I'm not surprised with the outcome of that. I mean, as white owners, they're going to protect their brand.
Yeah.
So, Coach Julius Hall, what's your thoughts with regards to this? Because the litigation involving Brian Flores is still out there. That's still going on. Investigation is still on that part right there. But the NFL said, hey, it was like a joke. That when Stephen Ross said that to Brian Flores, it was like a joke. And that instead of punish you for that joke, we need to punish you for tampering. What's your thoughts on all that, Coach Julius Hall?
Well, the Miami Dolphins' entire season should be postponed for the entire season. We could do without the Miami Dolphins for 1 year.
In the Falcons.
Yeah, so I think they had to do what they did to Flores because if you got a coach, an owner telling a coach, I'm gonna give you $100,000 a game to lose a game, man, do you know what that does in Vegas?
Yeah.
Do you know what that does in all these casinos around the world? Tanking games?
Yeah.
The mob will come and make some hits on some people. They couldn't let this thing here be any way in the truth. Even though Flores didn't do it. And, you know, he had the integrity not to do it because it'll always come back and bite you.
Yeah.
You know, that coach won't never hire. I mean, that guy, Stephen Ross, will be dead by the time somebody else try to hire him again. Flores again, you know? So, I don't know. The Miami Dolphins should be suspended the entire season.
And that's a good point, Coach Julius Hall. That again, with regards to, again, they got protected, and that's what people discuss. They did not want to push that with regards to Brian Flores, but again, saying that yes, it was done, and that it was done. And some have gone and said that you're trying to say that Brian Flores could not understand a joke and a real statement, saying that he's not able to discern when somebody's joking with him about it and not a serious statement, a statement that's serious. Because that's one of the other things they alluded to also, trying to say basically like he couldn't tell if Ross was joking or not, because since they try to brush it off, because they're trying to save their brand. And so we're going to move on to another brand. The most valuable sports team in North America is supposed to be the Dallas Cowboys. What's your thoughts about that, Coach Rob DeLoach? Coach Rob DeLoach, are you a fan of the Dallas Cowboys?
I'm a fan of the Dallas Cowboys, but I'm not a fan of Jerry Jones.
We were asked about the Cowboys, right?
Yes. The answer is yes.
So, what's your thoughts with regard to the Cowboys being the most valuable team? I think like 600,
$7.48 billion.
And I think that, and they're like, and they lead the Yankees by how much? Is that like 600 million? I think they precede the Yankees.
$50-something million.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Jerry, like I said, doesn't care about winning the football game. Jerry is only concerned about being number one in the branding the Cowboys. Yeah. So Dallas is not going to win any Super Bowls. They might win a playoff game sometime in the near future. But for Jerry's sake, as long as he can continue to trick people to watching that mess and buying that merchandise, he can care less about winning a Super Bowl.
All right. So, Coach Julius Hall, what's your thoughts with regards to this? The Cowboys being the most valuable team in North America, professional sports team.
I wouldn't pay $7 for them bums. Not even $7. They could get me to buy them for 7 cents, but I'm not gonna buy. I'm not paying $7 for them. And the Yankees worth $7 billion. They're worth $7.6 billion.
Mm-hmm.
So it's these sports franchises. What did they buy the Denver Broncos for recently?
Well, 4.6.
4.6 million.
4.6 or 7.
Yeah. And see, all these athletes and everybody, they can get together and they can pool their money to do that. But they can't pool their money to help their community. It's just we need a whole show on that.
All right. I guess that'd be one of the shows coming up. That's two of the shows we're gonna have coming up. So now, Coach Bernard Brown, what's your thoughts with regards to the Cowboys?
Hey,
you don't like the Dolphins and you don't like the Falcons.
Hey, I'm gonna say this: the Cowboy is like our black media. We must see TV. We must see TV. I mean, hey, come on now. If I'm home and I ain't got nothing to do, and they tell me the Cowboys coming on at 4:00, I'm gonna watch them. If I'm at home and I ain't got nothing to do, and they say ATR, our black media, is coming on, I'm gonna watch them. We must see TV. And I'm gonna say this here, and y'all don't know this, but when you go to Texas, Motel 6 leave the light on for you real good. Trust that, boy. And that's everywhere. I ain't tell you what I heard. I'm telling you my experience.
All right.
That's all I got to say. Must see
Right.
TV.
Okay. Okay. It's time for new. Yeah, and that's right. It's put out there. We need to stop watching NFL. I'll agree with you. And then and what they had gone and said is that with Judge Sue Robinson, that she was basically trying to put it on Front Street for the NFL, saying, listen, based on your precedent, that he's only entitled to be suspended 6 games based on your precedent. And so they try to say now forcing the hand of the NFL now to step up to the plate. So yes. So hey.
Yeah, because Roethlisberger's show. How much did they suspend Roethlisberger?
No. And he was guilty for that young lady in Georgia a while, way back then. Come on now. He admitted. They ain't suspended him.
And so we now move on to this right here. Jerry Jones indicated that it will be his decision when Jimmy Johnson is in the Ring of Honor, and that it ain't about no sniveling. Now, Jimmy Johnson said he's never known that he's ever snivelled. But again, Coach Bernard Brown, what is happening with all that? Coach Bernard Brown, Jerry Jones said he in charge of the Ring of Honor, and that basically in his conversation, he talked about some sniveling, like an inference towards Jimmy Johnson. What's your thoughts, Coach Bernard Brown?
Hey, Jimmy, they got some beef, man. They don't like each other. They got some issues. But I'm gonna say this here. I mean, hell with Jimmy Johnson, him in the Ring of Honor. They ain't put Deion Sanders in there yet. They ain't put Deion in there. Deion should be in there before any one of those coaches. So Jerry, when you gonna put Deion in there? That's all I'm saying.
All right. Coach Rob DeLoach, Jimmy Johnson said he has not been sniveling. He's not sniveled. He can't recall when he's ever sniveled. But your boy alludes to, again, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, he's in charge of the Ring of Honor. He'll make that decision.
It's Jerry's world. Jimmy Johnson has accomplished enough in his career. He can have his own Ring of Honor. He don't need Jerry. He's one on the collegiate level and on the pro level.
Yeah.
And he can create his own wall of fame. and he don't need Jerry's World just to hang up there. I mean, it's a bunch of BS that, if you ask me.
Yeah.
All right. Coach Julius Hall of Famer Jimmy Johnson. Should he be concerned about the Ring of Honor for the Dallas Cowboys since Jerry Jones controls it?
Who cares? Who cares? Even the Dallas Cowboy fans don't care whether Jimmy Johnson gets up there on the Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Jimmy Johnson and Jerry Jones both need to just go away. Nobody won't even hear about them. I don't know how the Dallas Cowboys got to be worth that much. I really don't. I think that it should have been the Kansas City Chiefs or somebody worth that kind of money. Dallas Cowboys. Phew, Lord.
And you know why, Drew? You know why? Because they is America team, as they quote the American team.
Well, you're right about that, Bernard. I would rather watch them than watch the Falcons. You're right.
Yeah. Ray Charles would have watched them before he watched the Falcons.
Hey,
Stevie Wonder.
Hey, have y'all seen that skit with Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder shooting dice?
No, I never saw that. Send that to us.
Y'all haven't seen that on Instagram or Twitter? And Ray keep borrowing money because Stevie keep getting it. It's on YouTube. Go to YouTube and see the Stevie Wonder Ray Charles. Man, it's hilarious.
So we'll move on to this very, very last topic regarding the Dallas Cowboys. Does Mike McCarthy have job security? You know, we ain't got to linger on this too long. Coach Julius Hall, does Mike McCarthy have job security? Excuse me.
He's coaching where? Dallas?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
He's coaching where? Dallas?
Uh-huh.
He's coaching where? Dallas?
Yeah.
Who has job security in Dallas?
Yeah.
Jerry Jones is a fool. His son is a fool. So who has job? He's coaching where? Dallas? Who has job security in Dallas? Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody has. Jerry Jones didn't. I mean, Jimmy Johnson didn't even have job security. And that's the last championship they won in.
Yeah. Yeah.
That thing Bernard was about to be drafted back then for him.
You said what?
Yeah. Bernard was about to be drapted for him back then.
Okay.
That's right.
They said they needed some toughness on the field because after Bernard threw Ron Williams over the fence, they want toughness on the field.
That's it. Hey, that's right, Jules. I was a second round pick.
The lies that come out the mouth of Coach Bernard Brown is solely his lies. Coach Bernard Brown, does Mike McCarthy have job security?
Hey, you know what, Jamar? I'm telling you this here. That last comment you just said, you better worry about your job on HR meeting instead of the Dallas job.
Wow. Okay. Miss Producer, mute him, Miss Producer.
Hey, man, they might well go ahead and fire that man before the season starts. He already know his job. He gone. Jimmy already said he had other picks. Trust me. He lose that first game, he gone.
All right. God said, hell no. Okay. All right. So Coach Rob DeLoach, Mike McCarthy, does he have job security there in Dallas, in Jerry's world?
Mike McCarthy, job security, is his chances is Brittany Griner getting out tonight.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't, Coach.
They get a little vicious on Ebony Sports Reporters to all of America. This is how they roll. That's why I say I had to put the caveat in the beginning. Whatever comes out their mouths, yeah. We about to play a game right now, and I'm scared about how they're gonna play this game. This is a new game for Ebony Sports Reporters. It is called You Are the GM. And what's going to happen this week right here, you are the GM, and you're going to be sitting down with Kevin Durant. You are the GM and Kevin. They're going to be sitting down. The Nets and Durant are going to be sitting down this week right here. So you as the GM, Coach Rob DeLoach, I'm scared about what you're going to say to Kevin. So again, you remember you are the GM. You're the GM talking to Kevin Durant, Coach Rob DeLoach.
Well, Kevin, welcome. But I got to take you to the Beaver Barbershop. Yeah. Not more I'm taking you to Beaver. Take the guard off, and we're going to go all the way back. We're going to scrape you. We're going to get all that dead skin off the top of your head. There's no way I'm putting you on a poster, no commercials, none. That's the first thing. We're going to Beaver Barbershop on 41st and West Broad. That's how far we're going back. And then we'll think about basketball after that, Kevin, because you cannot represent me and my media guy. No, it ain't going to happen. That's the first conversation I'm having with Kevin Durant.
Coach, and again, well, I'm saying to everyone in America, I'm not in my lab. I'm here in the headquarters for Our Black Media. I cannot go run and get my jersey and say, Kevin, we love you, Kevin. No, we down. Ebony Sports Report is down with you. These other people, they may not be, and that's solely their opinion. That's solely opinion, Coach Rob DeLoach. Coach Julius Hall, you are the GM. You're sitting down with Kevin Durant. What you going to be talking about?
Well, the first thing I'm going to tell him, I'm going to say, you at the end of your career, right? Mm-hmm. And your next step is either in the broadcast booth or doing a movie or being a astute businessman. So I'm going to give him this right here and tell him this is a shampoo kit. Shampoo your damn hair and brush it. So you can get to the next level. This is my gift to Kevin Durant.
And to everyone, this stuff is unscripted. This is not even scripted stuff. This is all unscripted. So everyone look at the show. This is all unscripted. Oh my God. Coach Bernard Brown. What would you sit down as the GM, Coach Bernard Brown, with Kevin Durant? And I'm sitting here right now frightened as to what you're going to say, what you're going to do right now.
If I was the GM for them, first thing I say, look here, young fella, you need to get you some P-Valley because you say you don't get no P-Valley before the game. And the way your game going right about now, you need to get some because I can't pay you all that money the last 2 years you've been on that floor. So young fella, get some P-Valley and we'll negotiate next week, and start getting some P-Valley before the game, Hey, and tell Kyrie if he don't shut up and pay us and pay us all our money we already gave him, because he want to be Michael Farrakhan. Then come to the table and we can talk. And that's being a black GM. You didn't say what kind of that being a black GM. We're gonna keep it real with him. Get your hair cut, like Coach said. Like Jules said too. Get your hair cut, and I say get some P-Valley, and then we'll come back to the table.
And to the whole country, they will be talking to Kevin. It's about the trade request that he wanted. But you see where they have gone on this right here. You see where they have gone. They have totally gone. They have totally gone again, sitting down with Kevin and trying to tell him that, listen here, we don't want to trade you. We want you to, but we will move on. We will move on. We'll move on. Hey, I'm just here stunned at the people we have on this show because again, they have a different perspective about this. So we're gonna go on to this right here. Dion says that black colleges are losing athletes because of the school refund policies, the school refunds. What's your thoughts on that, Coach Bernard Brown?
he kind of lost me. He said they losing because of the school refund.
Late refunds. They're getting late refunds, the school refund policies. Because for some students, what happened, that midterm comes up, that's when they get them refunds in. And so he was saying that you got some athletes who are not going to the HBCUs and are leaving HBCUs because of the late refund policies.
I don't know too much about that. I'm not gonna say Deion right, and I'm not gonna say he wrong. But the only refund I know is you get student loan refund in the mail when like that, and I don't know about all that. That's catch me next week, and I have a better answer for you. Right now, I don't want to discriminate myself or anything like that and answer that question, Jesus. So, only thing I know when my kid was going to college, they got refund. Some with the schools and some with the student loans or whatever it's called. But I think Deion, I don't think it's so much true about that. I'm just saying. That's my opinion, y'all.
Okay. All right. Coach Rob DeLoach. Deion saying, hey, late refund policies at HBCUs play a role with them losing players, not getting some of the best players, or having some of the best players stay there with them. Because, again, it comes from Pell Grant and all other stuff like that. Yeah, again, when it's time to get them refunds, because some people bank on and rely on those refunds.
Well, they're not only late in HBCUs, hell, they're late in the PWIs. So my kids be calling me every week. Every month talking about their money hadn't got there yet, and can you send me something on Cash App? So when I saw that, I'm like, Deion, you so far removed that it happened at the PWIs as well. So
right,
no, they're not losing kids because of that.
Yeah,
they're losing kids probably because they don't have the facilities that some of these PWIs have, and they don't have the resources to be able to give these kids stuff on the outside of what they already want to get, from the federal government and their scholarships.
All right. Coach Julius Hall.
And here it is. I thought it was just black restaurants giving you black poor service. Poor customer service is at the colleges also. You don't want to get these kids their refunds on time. You know that they gonna act up. You know they gonna get mad when you go in there and tell them, well, it ain't here yet. It ain't come back yet. We ain't processed it yet. So the kid gonna do what? He gonna get mad. He going off to the other college. Yeah, because you ain't got your stuff together. But like Coach Rob says, it's happening everywhere. Because unless Rob kids just calling and saying, "Hey, let me get a little extra money from Coach."
And that is something that is true that people tend to think is just an HBCU thing, and some people say that's the HBCU experience. Yeah. But then also you find that PWIs, the same thing goes on. Yeah. So now, Coach Julius Hall, we're gonna move on to this right here. If I was to offer you $700 million or $800 million, would you accept it, Coach Julius Hall?
Without a doubt, you could offer me $700,000 right now. But if you offer me $700 to $800 million and I don't take it, I want all y'all to check me into Georgia Regional.
Yeah,
that's got to be the stupidest thing I ever heard. Are you gonna tell these people money spent just like anybody else's money? It's probably spent better.
So. Coach Bernard Brown, your boy Tiger Woods offered by the Live folks $700, $800 million. And he said, no, I am loyal to the PGA. What's your thoughts on that right there, Coach Bernard Brown?
Hey, I'm going to give you, you know what? I'm going to give you the history. Greg Norman, who's the commissioner or whatever, came up with it. He's over. Him and Tiger never seen eye to eye. He hate Tiger, Tiger hate him. Trust me. Tiger will say, you take your 700 and your 800 million and you do what? But what it is that because of Tiger declining that money, only thing it did was making the PG. He's making a lot of these guys, to be honest, making a lot of these guys think twice. But Tiger got more. Tiger gonna need the money anyway. But I'm just saying that's a plus for the PGA Tour for him to turn that down, to be honest. But with me, you can give me $80 and I'll and you give me $80 and I'll go over there.
Okay. All right.
Hey, cause I know the back end, they gonna give me some money. They gonna take care of it. I say, okay, give me $80, I go over there. Trust me. But I think Tiger, on a serious note, Tiger did this for political reasons. Trust me. PGA Tour probably done wrote him a check right now for about $400 million just to come out there like that. Trust me, Tiger got more power than people think. You think he turned that down? You think he turned that down and the PGA Tour ain't splattered something for him? Come on now.
He should have sold them out because he been sold us out.
No. Ooh. Okay. Coach Rob DeLoach, what's your thoughts with regard to that $700 million, $800 million become offered to you? What's your thoughts on that, Coach Rob DeLoach?
See y'all niggas later.
Hey, I'm sorry. I love y'all. I got to leave. They calling me now. I got a little issue in the gym. Hey, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all.
I'll see you tomorrow.
I see you tomorrow, Coach. And Jules and Jesus, I'll send you some pictures. I'm going to a party at 10 o'clock and it start at 10 and over with 5 o'clock in the morning.
We might catch a flight, me and Jamal. We might be up there too.
With Stephen Ross.
Hey, Coach, bring him with you. Whatever you got to do.
Tell Stephen Ross to send the plane for me and Jamal.
Okay. All right, we'll do that. All right, love y'all.
All right.
You too, man.
Well, I saw some of these Caucasian people in an uproar at the that other guy's thing last week. And now they was the 9/11. They felt that the Saudis and all this stuff. But these are the same people y'all voted for. And now they're coming back on your turf and taking your elite golfers out, and offering them X amount of dollars. But now I understand a lot of those guys are appealing or wanted to challenge their suspension of the PGA. Now they didn't put the money. See, sometimes at some point that money's gonna dry up. And then they didn't get the support that they thought they was gonna get at these tournaments as well. So the attendance has been very low. But I'm almost like, you damn if you do, damn if you don't. But it's hard to turn down $700 or $800 million for anybody, regardless of the situation. If you can take that money, you got to never worry about seeing me again.
But Rob, some people's minds are so messed up. You can't blame a whole country for the act of 9 to 10 people who happen to be from that country.
Yep.
You can't blame and say Saudi Arabia. If Saudi Arabia had anything to do with it, they would have bombed Saudi Arabia also. Just because those guys came from there, you can't blame every American for what Brittany Griner did in Russia, can you?
Hell.
You can't blame every American for anything that they do overseas.
Exactly.
All these black ops operations they got going on overseas, these clandestine operations, killing people. You can't blame the whole United States for that.
Well, those people, what they call them, they're people of color. So they're going to have a problem with that.
Correct. That's the problem.
And so we will move on to our last topic. Because we had several others, but then we let this be the last one because we're not trying to keep everyone. This is one, we used to do a segment called Mamas and Daddies, Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Become Athletes. So T.O. went and said, Terrell Owens went and said, hey, listen, I have seen this on TV and in videos. I never thought I'd be a part of it. And he was like trying to say to athletes, you too will be caught up with a Karen too. So what's your thoughts with regard to that, Coach Julius Hall, T.O. and his Karen with regards to him trying to hit her while she was riding around and her husband told her to come on and she refused to leave? What's your thoughts on that? And he was just trying to get his mail.
You could tell she was a drama queen. I asked everybody, go and look at that video with T.O. Go look at that video. That was the craziest video. The lady started crying. I would have told the police and the lady, get the hell out my face. This woman, she was acting the whole time. Her husband told her to come on and go in the house, and she's still out there talking about why T.O. approached her, and he's a big black guy, and she's a little white woman, and why did T.O. approach her? T.O. didn't want to approach her. She made T.O. She's saying something to T.O. She talked noise to him and talked to him like he was nobody. And she went to telling them about, oh, you got to lean on your house. She knew everything about T.O. She wanted to stop him. I think she wanted some mandingo.
Oh, Lord, Jesus. The opinion of Coach Julius Hall is solely his opinion. So, Coach Rob DeLoach, T.O.'s telling athletes, saying, listen, same thing that happened to you. I never thought this would occur. And thank God that sister came out there and said she was sitting in her garage, and she said, no, he didn't. So, yeah. So, what's your thoughts on that, Coach Rob DeLoach?
Hey, man, when you move in their neighborhoods, that's what happens. Anything is possible because, first of all, they don't want you in the neighborhoods. And even in my neighborhood, I put down some mulch. And people was walking in my yard just to see what it looked like. And I'm like, damn, just some simple mulch, and I don't have T.O. money, and I'm not a superstar. So they just being nosy, you know. It's just crazy, man. So, you know, we got to look out for each other.
And Rose just said that she had hit him. I didn't know that part when I was looking. I didn't see that part, but I'm like, okay, but yeah. So they're like, she escalated it with regard to her theatrics. So yeah. So to parents out there, you got your kids, they're athletes. You need to make sure, male or female, that they know how to handle themselves with some of these people right here. People might be cheering for them on Friday, Saturday, Tuesday, or Thursday, but then trying to put them in jail on Monday, Wednesday. Yeah. So that has been Ebony Sports Report. Oh, well, I just got to throw this out here. I forgot. Throw this out here. Benedict College in Columbia, South Carolina. Benedict College has become the first HBCU to have an esports degree program. Benedict College in Columbia, South Carolina is the first HBCU to have an esports degree program. So some of you out there, again, it's about the programming and all the elements with regard to esports, and they've been competing. So we say to some of you who have children, or some of yourself, some of the adults out there, you might want to check it out. Benedict College in Columbia, South Carolina, the Purple and Gold Tigers. So, but this is Ebony Sports Report. Glad to have y'all with us. We say to Coach Rob Jiggy, have a safe trip down. Remember, God is watching. God is watching you.
Give me strength, Lord. Give me strength.
Leave your credit cards at home.
And Coach Julius Hall is going to be up all night trying to work out the best deal for him to get a flight down there and hotel and rent a car.
For me and you.
I'm not going because I'm godly.
We'll bring it back to you.
But again, Ebony Sports Reporters, we'll see y'all next week. Glad to have y'all. We say share the information. And we have a commercial that we're going to air. So check out our commercial.
Before we end.
Peace out.
$429 of 436 slaves that were offered over a 2-day period. When they started selling the first person, it started to rain. And when they sold the last one, it stopped raining. It had rained torrentially. And they said it was as if God was crying. We are going to save this site for posterity. The city of Savannah is trying to develop it, but it should be kept as a memento and as a memory for what man ought not to do to one another.
All right. Good night.
All right. Yes, sir.
Like this. I 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 like that.